Hi, this is Phyllis Jones, Chair of the North Andover Commission on Ability Assistance. Today is July 27th at approximately 6:10 p.m. And we are going to be having our first virtual committee meeting since the COVID-19. I'm going to start by reading off some legalese that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is having me read off, and we will go into a roll call and hit the agenda running. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the North Andover Commission on Ability Assistance will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and/or parties with the right and/or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the town's website at www.northandoverma.gov. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch the meeting may do so on their televisions by tuning to Comcast Channel 99 or Verizon Channel 28, or online at www.northandovercam.org. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the Town of North Andover website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. In order to take a quorum of vote, we need to have at least 3 members present of the commission. I will do the first. If after me, everybody can please sound off and indicating that they are here and as a member. My name is Phyllis Jones. I chair the commission. I am here.
I am Stacy Leibowitz. I am the commission secretary, and I am here.
I am Jeff French. I am a commission member, and I am here.
I am Linda Byers, and I am the education liaison, and I am here.
Okay, with no objection, I will call this meeting to order. All right, the first order of business is North Andover has, the Board of Selectmen has put together a committee on diversity and inclusion. They have asked that the Commission on Ability Assistance please provide 1 member to be part of this Committee on Diversity and Inclusion, which will be made up of a variety of different committees and commissions throughout the town of North Andover to try and work more on making sure that people of all types are included in town government and have a voice. Is there anybody who'd like to put their name into the hat? I would like to self-nominate myself. Does anybody want to nominate themselves?
I'll nominate myself. Stacy here.
Okay, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be interesting. I will withdraw my nomination, Stacy.
Okay.
Okay. So, do we have does anybody oppose Stacy sitting on the Committee on Diversity and Inclusion?
I do not oppose. Linda Byers.
Jeff French, I don't oppose either.
Phyllis Jones, I do not oppose. Okay, with a majority in the lead, Stacy, you are now going to be the Commission's representative to the North Andover Committee on Diversity and Inclusion, and we will inform the Board of Selectmen of your being placed on that. If you could make that note in the meeting minutes, please.
Note has been made.
Wonderful. The next thing I'd like to cover on the agenda is our name change. We've been dealing with the name or working with the name, the North Andover Commission on Disability Issues, as the Commission on Ability Assistance. The town is recognizing us as the Commission on Ability Assistance. I'd like to possibly see about between now and this time next year or prior to the next town meeting, because it's something that would need to be worked on and voted on by town meeting, to see if we can officially clean the book and officially change the name. Could I get some feedback regarding that?
Frank, I think we all agree that that this name, the name change, fits more in line with what our duty and our obligation is to the community.
I agree with that. This is Stacy. I agree with Jeff's comment. I do think that it's much more in line with our charter as a commission, and it is more updated as opposed to referring to disability, that we are looking at the abilities and supporting that. So I completely agree.
Hi, Linda Byers. I completely agree with Stacy and Jeff, 100%.
Okay, so noted without objection. We're going to work with the town to see about amending the charter of the town so that we are no longer considered the Commission on Disability Issues, but we are now considered the Commission on Ability Assistance at the town charter level, not just as a bylaw name. Okay, the next matter on our agenda. I was virtually in attendance. The Massachusetts Office on Disability held a statewide call for commissions on disability and municipal Americans with Disability Act coordinators. It was an online forum last week, and there were a couple of things that I had heard while I was there that I wanted to discuss. The first was regarding ADA improvement grants. They were in the final cycles for fiscal year 2021. And a couple of the things they were talking about were just improvement grants to help the town. And what I thought of specifically was to see whether or not we could approach the town regarding possibly getting closed captioning for GovCam and EdCam programs here on North Andover Cam, to see if we might be able to get some assistance in doing that. Any thoughts?
I think that's a great idea. This is Stacy. I think that that's something that's very important, because I think that's an area that's a weakness from what I remember. So I think it would be a good use of funding.
Stacy, Jeff French, I agree with you there, and I'd like to see that happen. I'm actually kind of surprised that it hasn't been brought up at this point, since CAM is so successful and become a part of our community.
I will make the comment, Jeff, it's Phyllis, just so you are aware. I did bring this up to the town manager when we had a new town manager, and she was open to the idea. However, then we had COVID strike, and like everything else, things got put on the back burner. So she is aware of the need for this.
Thank you for your support on that, Phyllis. I too agree. I think it's well overdue, and you've really pushed it, and I think I agree 100%. This is Linda Byers.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I should be saying this is Phyllis each time too, so I'm just as off of doing that. Okay, so I'm going to take a vote. All in favor, or better yet, if anybody's opposed to talking about getting closed captioning and possibly an ADA improvement grant through the state in order to assist with that for GovCam and EdCam, any oppositions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. So voted without objection. Another thing that was discussed at this Massachusetts Office on Disability call was emergency preparedness coordination. Now, we know here in North Andover that we have a fantastic emergency preparedness system. We have the Smart 911 system, and we've done episodes on that to bring that to light. And we all know just how fantastic our first responders were in this community when we had the Columbia gas explosions. But they did talk about other opportunities for emergency preparedness and how that might be of assistance for local communities. I don't know if we've already here in North Andover gone above and beyond what they were talking about, primarily because it was very cursory in terms of what they were discussing. But I'd like to get the commission's approval to possibly go to our emergency preparedness folks to see if there are any programs out there that they might be eligible for to help them do their jobs to keep us safe through the Mass Office on Disability. Can I get comment?
I think that's a great idea. This is Stacy. You know, I think it can't hurt if there are more opportunities to help, especially since we, to your point, went through the Columbia gas disaster. I think anything that can build the skill set and also preparation for us would be useful.
Hi, Jeff
Jeff,
French.
Linda?
I agree. I think, what the heck, go to the emergency preparedness people and see what they may find, know that's out there.
Linda, do you have anything to comment or add?
No, absolutely. Linda Byers, absolutely 100%. Let's see what they have out there. Definitely.
Okay, any opposition then? All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, without opposition, we'll, excuse me, I'll approach the emergency preparedness team to see if there's anything else that they can get through the Mass Office of Disability to help them do their job. And then the final item on the agenda is talking about our next meeting. It's been quite a while, folks. I guess the first question becomes, do we even want to have an August meeting? We typically don't do an August meeting, but where we have missed so many meetings, I wanted to put it out there.
Well, I'm assuming, will it, this is Stacy. Sorry, I keep forgetting to announce myself. I'm assuming, okay, very loosely, that this would be probably another virtual meeting, potentially.
That would be my, it's Phyllis, that would be my assumption as well, Stacy.
So with that, I think it's doable as a virtual. I would not be opposed to an August meeting. And I agree, I think we are a little behind for sure. So hold on, I have to step out for a second. Hold on.
Okay,
Sorry.
no worries. We'll hold the meeting. Well, we still have a quorum going on. Jeff, do you have any thoughts on the idea?
Jeff French, I see no reason why we shouldn't hold one. These are certainly easy enough to, thanks to the town and to you for pushing this. And yes, let's do one in August. It's fine.
Hi, this is Linda
Linda?
Byers. I'm good with doing it in August as well. Yes. I think the virtual or a telephonic, whatever we want to do that works, is great. I think we should do it.
Okay.
I apologize.
No problem. And if I remember correctly, Stacy, you were saying yay to having an August meeting?
I am supportive of an August meeting.
Okay. What I will then do, because unlike with our normal in-person meetings where we just basically pick a Saturday and make sure that the studio is set up for us, because that's normally when we would also do a taping. What I will do is ask what dates are available from the town,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can ask for that. How many months in advance do we want to do? Do we want to look at August, September, and October? Because usually we do try to plan out our meetings 2 or 3 months in advance.
I think that can't hurt. Oh, sorry, Linda.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll all get used to this. No problem. This is Linda Bias. So just to the team, to everybody, I just want to make sure this is virtual, even if we're going into September, October. Is that agreed upon, or?
What we can do, this is Phyllis, what we can do is we're able to do it this way because of the governor's orders that I read at the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah.
If things were to change and for whatever reason we were allowed to do meetings in person, then I think we would revisit the dates allowed, because the dates are going to be based, initially the dates have to be based upon what the town will allow. And I would also think that the town would give us enough notice to be able to say, okay, you're not going to be able to do this virtually, and give us the opportunity to go back to in-person meetings and to put those dates together then.
Okay, this is Linda. Thank you, Phyllis. I guess I missed the beginning. Just one clarification. Was the governor's orders until October, or just until through August, or?
No.
The governor's orders are basically until he gets to the best of my knowledge, gets until stage 5. We're currently at stage
3.
3.
We're at stage 3, and I think it's actually stage 4 with a vaccination, as far as being able to do more, but I could be wrong, but I think it's stage 4.
But technically we are still under a state of emergency.
Yep.
And from what I believe is the case is that until the state of emergency itself is lifted, that these would probably still be in effect. So it depends upon where we are at the state of emergency. And the governor has been very useful or helpful in terms of giving advance notice as to when we would enter a specific stage or not. So I think for lack of a better term, we're going to have to go with the flow in terms of that. I'm suggesting booking out a couple of months in advance the way we normally would, primarily because we're all working professionals. We all have things jump on our calendar on and off at any given moment. And I know from my personal perspective, I find that it's easier to be able to deal with something if it's on my calendar a month and a half in advance, that I can book around it versus it popping up all of a sudden a week in advance. So I'll throw that out there.
Jeff French, I agree. I see no reason why we shouldn't schedule them. If it should change, then we can always make the change as well.
I agree.
Was that Stacy or Linda?
Yes, that was Stacy. Sorry. I'll get
This is Linda. I agree as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Just so we can discuss days of the week, typically. I mean, everybody's got different schedules. Can I assume an evening meeting works best for everybody?
This is Stacy. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
this is Linda. Yes, but Mondays are the worst. The worst.
Monday's the worst for you?
It's just, catching up in the office is just a nightmare. If there's any way we could do it a different night, I would really appreciate it.
Okay, I can tell you personally, until the week of the 24th of August, I cannot do Tuesday or Thursday nights.
Okay.
But I can do Wednesday nights throughout the month of August.
So this
Okay.
is Linda. Wednesday nights work better for me, but check in with everyone else.
This is Stacy. For the most part, that should work. I do sometimes I'm involved in a strategic planning for a board of directors because apparently I'm crazy and sign up for everything. So I'll just have to work around that. But right now, I think Wednesdays going into August should be fine.
Jeff?
You have my blessings.
Okay, what I'll do then is I will approach the town manager's office about getting dates for availability dates for August, September, and October for Wednesday evenings. And then based upon how the governor's orders go regarding public meetings, we'll determine whether or not, we change that based upon the ability to have them virtual, taking into guidelines the fact that, we're all working professionals coming from 4 or 5 different geographic areas, and being able to make that work well for everybody.
Phyllis, this is Stacy. I think I can only speak for myself, but the 6 p.m. time works pretty well. I don't know if that's good for everybody else. That seems to well gives me time to get home.
Yeah, no, this is Phyllis. I can make that work as well because right now even the courts are in a virtual setting, so that shouldn't be a problem for me on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock either. And I'm sure personally we'd all like to be able to relax with our families sooner rather than later. Excuse me. All right, so all in favor of trying to get a bunch of different dates for the next few months on Wednesdays?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so noted. Without objection, we'll go forward to the town. This is not on the meeting agenda. It was literally dropped in my email basket by Representative Minicucci a couple of hours ago, but I just wanted to bring it officially to your attention. It was introduced by Ms. Khan of Newton. It is Amendment 43 to H4888, which is currently up on Beacon Hill. And it is an amendment to end derogatory language regarding individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I just wanted to put this all on everybody's radar, that if you feel comfortable talking to other people about it, please feel free to do so. But the amendment is about, just for lack of a better term, cleaning the books. Instead of using the term mentally retarded, they're amending it. So the requested amendment is to say has an intellectual or developmental disability, and other things along that nature. So I just, like I said, it didn't make the agenda because it literally was dropped in my inbox by Representative Minicucci, who has now signed on to the amendment, I might add, officially. And I just wanted to put it out there so that everybody is aware of that, because I know that both intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as physical disabilities, which is in here, I did a very cursory review, but they did talk about physical disabilities as well, and taking out old language and replacing it with more modern language. It's obviously near and dear to all of our hearts, which is why we are here. So just to put it out on your radar and to take a look at it, you should be able to find it on mass.gov. If you go to H4888 and look for amendment number 43. And with that, I want to open the floor. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to bring up?
This is Stacy. I don't have anything else to bring up. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing this information about the amendment. And I think that's exciting. And what I'll do is definitely share the word. Since I work for a disability services agency and have for many years, I will bring it back to them. I'm sure they're aware of it, and share it with others because it is so important. And I'm happy to see Massachusetts is doing the right thing.
This is Phyllis again. I will let you know, Representative Minicucci is a strong supporter of the commission, as everybody here well knows. And when she dropped it in my email, she told me that it had barely been out an hour at that point. So we were made aware of it by her within moments of it being dropped in the House.
Fantastic. Well, thank you to Minicucci for doing that. That's fantastic.
I will let Christina know that we were happy to hear from her regarding that. Jess, Linda, is there anything else you wanted to add and open?
Not for me, Jeff French. I think we've covered it all at this point.
Nope, Linda Bias. No, I think we covered it all. Thank you so much, Phyllis.
Okay, well then at this point, I'd like to make a motion to conclude our meeting of July 27th, 2020. Is there any objections, or can I get a second?
Second.
Any objections?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so without objection, I conclude the meeting of July 27th, 2020. Our next date will be on a Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock, based upon the availability of the town to set up a virtual meeting for us.
Great.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. This was different and interesting, and I look forward to us being able to work together again soon and get back to our regular work.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good night.